Off-grid life doesn't always have to be hard work and cold showers. Sometimes you need some luxuries in life. These are my top non-essential items for off-grid living that you absolutely don't need, but you absolutely will love. First up, this is totally old school. Remember these? Oh, I'm so excited to try this. I found this one in the back of my closet. Test your hot water bottle before you put it in your bed, lest you wet the bed. Clever Joe tip. Don't store a hot water bottle in your closet for 10 plus years, maybe 30, and expect it to work. But I got a solution. Let's go high tech and upgrade. I was so happy to get this, and wow, what a difference this made. This is the BougeRV Heated Blanket. We are down to minus 20 tonight. It's one of the coldest nights of this year's winter. And wow, why didn't I get this years ago? I'm going to give some pros and cons, what I like and don't like about this particular heated blanket. I have never had one before, so I have nothing to compare it to, but there's a few things I really like about it, and one thing that I just can't get past. So I'll share that with you in a minute. I'm using the DJI Power 1000. So you just have to buy one of their accessories here for a 12-volt adapter, plug it in. I've been using this on number 3 to preheat the bed, and then once I'm in bed I put it down to 1 and I set the timer for an hour. It really does seem like a good quality blanket. Like straight up, it's well made. It seems to be well made. Here's the thing. You know that I'm straight up with you on this channel, and when I tell you I don't like something, I'm going to tell you. Here's the issue. This is not washable. It is spot clean only. This is a blanket. Like, this is in my bed. I have a dog. She's not up with me this week, but ugh. Even though it's not washable, big thank you to BougeRV for sending this to review. The salesperson mentioned to me, he said, well, geez, we're coming to the end of the season and I don't think we have a lot of these left in stock. So just tell your viewers to, to buy them really quickly. I think it's a nice blanket. I've been enjoying it, but it's non-washable. Oh. In the Great White North, nothing sounds better in the woods than vinyl. Everything does sound better on vinyl. The rumors were true. This is a fairly inexpensive turntable I bought. I think it was about $100. I'll leave a link down below. I wanted something that was Bluetooth enabled so I could listen with my external speakers, and I've been really happy with this one. It's something I really enjoy. Slow down, look at the album art, listen to the stories that are told in these old albums. Something I highly recommend. One of my creature comforts up here at the cabin is enjoying a nice coffee. And I'm not a coffee snob or anything, but there's only one way to make a good cup of coffee, and that is using a French press. Sorry, there's no argument here. You can debate down below in the comments. I'm going to show you exactly how to use a coffee press for the best tasting coffee of your life. First up, get yourself a manual coffee grinder and change the settings to a medium coarse grind. Preheat your French press. Let it steep for 4 minutes, no longer, no less. And for God's sakes, don't let it just sit there in the coffee press. Get it into a thermos, get it into your mug, and enjoy. You're welcome. Okay, I'm a coffee snob. Get a hobby, she told me. I got a hobby. I'm a musician, that's my thing. I'm into late night jams. I'm also an artist, I try anyways. Painting, gardening, knitting, craftsmanship, and what I mean by that, what's the better word? Woodworking, that type of thing, carving, whatever your jam is. And maybe you're sitting there thinking, I'm not a creative, man, that's not my thing. Well, creativity doesn't need to mean creating a thing, a tangible thing. It could be something as simple as a jigsaw puzzle, or even one of those paint by numbers kits, which I'm working on myself. Something that just keeps you in the present, right? Gets you out of your head and into the moment. This is one way to keep warm in a cold Canadian winter when it's minus 20 degrees, but there's a better way. There is certainly nothing wrong with having a little bit of extra heat, warmth, and coziness this time of year. I use a Thermomate propane heater. This is a portable heater, puts out 18,000 BTU. It kicks out a lot of heat. You can also get the Mr. Buddy heaters. There's nothing wrong with those. And even though I have an indoor composting toilet for the cabin during the winter season, I still like to come out here and use the outhouse once in a while, and the heater just makes it that much more comfortable. Swans aren't the only ones doing honking out here in the woods. Canadian winters can be tough to deal with, that lack of sunshine, that lack of vitamin D. For me personally, this is a big one. I'm a night owl, so in the wintertime, I get probably a little bit less sunlight than most, and this really makes a difference for me. 10-15 minutes a day. I usually turn it on in the morning when I'm getting ready for work, and it helps replenish some of that vitamin D I'm missing and helps me start my day a little bit easier. Big thumbs up for one of these lamps. Highly recommended. One of my favorite things about this channel is hearing from other people and your experiences living off grid. I love to hear your own hacks. What are some completely unnecessary things that you can't live without at your own off-grid cabin, van life, at the cottage, or even maybe at home during a power outage? I'd love to hear from you. I don't actually mind bucket showers. I just melt some snow, put it on the stove, and bring it into the shower room with me. Use my handy dandy little bucket, pour it on top of my head. Or you can go super high tech like the new and improved Clever Joe and get yourself a USB battery powered shower. Pretty simple, basically just drop it in. The only thing with this is that your power button is on the pump itself. Just take a quick shower. Hello? I'm going to add this as a bonus item after a day of splitting wood, chainsawing the woods like a real man does, snow plowing your lane, all those tough man jobs. If you're a lady, I'm sure you're also working just as hard as the men are, so I'm not excluding you. Nothing nefarious, don't worry. Oh, all right. This is it. Sorry, I should be feigning more excitement and we're at the end. We're at the end. This is the Reading Nook.
Reading Nook.
Welcome. Now, some of you might be saying, well, that's kind of lame. A Reading Nook? What are you talking about? An essential item? Non-essential item? Listen, this chair is kind of sacred for me. It is not the most comfortable chair, but it is a nice, comfy chair, cozy chair. I like to get in this chair and read a good book. And in fact, my rule for this chair is there's no scrolling. So I don't sit here with my phone. I don't sit here with my laptop and like watch movies and stuff. I will actually watch a movie on the movie projector with this. I'm not like insane. But this is my chill out chair. This is my being present chair. Now I'm calling this a nook. My cabin is very, very small. So basically my chair is my nook here. But maybe you have a favorite chair or just a place in your house or your cabin or your tent that is reserved for being present. It's important for me to have a space where I can read a book, do some of my artwork, listen to my record player, chill while I've got my sun lamp on, drink a Dr. Pepper. As soon as I sit here, I just chill. Reading Nook.
Reading Nook.
It all comes together right here. When we make space for those little things in our life just becomes more enjoyable. I've always talked about simplicity being the key, one of the keys to my happiness up here. Simplicity and mindfulness, I think those two go well together. What are your tips? What are your hacks? What are the unnecessary things that are no longer unnecessary that you really need to get through that cold winter? I'd really like to know your ideas. Stay warm, stay cozy, and happy off-gridding. We'll make it through spring. It's coming.